What's up, guys? It's Saturday, which means it is a video day. So basically, I'd like to inform you about my new schedule before we get into the what is it, how much is it worth about the wheat cent. So the what is and how much is it worth is going to be one of three videos. So I'm going to be doing a rotating schedule. And so last week, I had my live stream for the giveaway. So I'm going to have a live stream, and then the next week I'm going to have a what is it and how much is it worth, and then the next week I am going to have some sort of informational video or something like that, just like an extra video, and then it'll go back to the live stream, then what is it and how much is it worth, then regular video, then live stream, and you guys get the picture. So this is going to be the second week of the rotation, and it's going to be a what is it and how much is it worth about, let me open this up, this is where I keep a bunch of wheat cents. The wheat cent. You guys can't see that. The wheat cent. So, I'm going to flip the camera around to my desk because I do have a wheat cent, not like last time. I hope I have a wheat cent, not like last time, or I did not have a seated Liberty dollar. So I'm going to flip this around, show you guys. I do not have a graded wheat cent, but I do have a bunch of them right here. This is where I keep some of them that I have not sorted yet. So I'm going to flip the camera around and I'm going to show you guys in just a second. Okay guys, so even though this is not much of a setup right here, this is, sorry for shaking the camera, this is what I have for the wheat cent. It was started in 1909, and the first cent they made was the 1909 VDB S. So that's the rarest cent. In that year they also made the 1909 VDB, the 1909, and the 1909S, which the 1909S is a semi-key date, but the 1909S VDB cent is a key date in that they only made 484,000 of them. I do not have one of those, obviously, because they are several $100s, probably in the thousands if you want a nicer one, but I do have a copper round that portrays it pretty well. So there's that, there's the S, and then on the back, what I mean by VDB is it has, and this says 1 ounce instead of 1 cent. There's a VDB on the back right there, and that kind of blows it up a little bit. I actually have a 1909 VDB, so I'm going to go see if I can find that. I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so I'm back, and we're going to see if we can pick this up on camera. It's pretty faint, it's pretty small, it's pretty slight, but we're going to see if we can get this. So you guys can see right at the bottom. You can't really pick it up too well, but you can see right at the bottom is a little bit of writing right there. So there's the 1909 VDB, not the S, unfortunately. That'd be a great score, but this is the 1909 VDB-S. So they only made 484,000 of them because they started to be released into public. And at that time, you could go and buy, when they released them, what they did is they just had people buy them. So they paid $1, they got $1 in pennies. But people stopped liking the pennies, and actually, before they ran out of the supply of pennies in 3 days because people were so excited about the new penny design. So in San Francisco, they ran out of the new penny in 3 days, less than 3 days. And they started to get the feedback that not many people liked this VDB. They thought it was kind of a scoundrel move to add your initials, which the VDB stands for Victor David Brenner. So it's kind of a scoundrel move, people thought. So they only made 484,000 of them. So it is in the blue book listed, which is what a coin dealer would buy, pay for your coins. It is listed at a $400 coin and good for, and up to MS63, it is a $1,100 coin. This is going to be a lot different when you are buying the coin, so it could be worth thousands of dollars, especially if it's in a higher grade than MS63. You're going to be looking at a ton of money. So really, for a good 4 coin, you're looking at about $600 is a good price. $500 is a good price. But $600, really the $550 range is pretty good. But those are really expensive, or pretty expensive just for 1 cent. So then we're going to move on. So after that, they just took the VDB off, so they made the 1909 and the 1909S. So then we have the teen, so this one's a 1910. You can't pick it up that well. I'll show a picture of it. We have the 1920, one from each decade, 1939, the 1944, which this one is actually what you call a gun shell scent. So in the war after 1943, which 1943 they made steel scents, which I should actually probably go get one of those, so I'll be back in just a second. So this right here is steel scent. So they made them in 1943 out of steel. This one I believe is a re-zinked, which means they covered up the old penny and they it's almost like cleaning it, but worse, they re-zinked it. So they put a new coating of zinc over it. The reason I did keep it is, although it's reprocessed, if you will, you can see the 4 is definitely fainter, so I think it was struck through grease originally. So this is the steel scent. In 1943 they made pennies out of steel to save copper for the war effort, and after that they took the gun casings and they melted them down, the gun shell casings, the shell casings they will, I guess, and they made pennies out of them because they're the same material that's needed. So then after that they made in the 50s, this one's in 1950. This is just a nicer example. I actually have another one to flip that's actually probably a nicer example, but I guess I'll show you this one right now. This one's nothing special, but it is a nicer conditioned wheat scent. And then there are several errors and varieties with the wheat scent. So obviously there's the 1955 DDO, which this one is called a poor man's double dye right here. I have not had the chance to flip this one yet, or put it in a flip, but I guess I'll show you guys a better example of this in the video on a picture right here. But yeah, this is there's a better example, but basically what the 1955 poor man's double dye is it's basically pretty much just exactly what it's called. It's a guy trying to make a quick buck off of saying it's a DDO, 1955 DDO, and actually he's not completely wrong. The last 5 is slightly doubled, so it makes it a couple dollar coin. Kind of cool. Definitely a great find if you're just searching through old wheat pennies and stuff. So that's basically it for just showing them off. So let's get on to the cost of the wheat penny. So the wheat penny can go anywhere. Like this cent right here is probably 3 cents. It's probably worth about 3 cents. You could, or 2 cents ish. You could sell it for. I sell wheat pennies for about 4 to 5 cents each, and I try to buy them for a little bit cheaper. But the older ones you get a little bit more expensive. These 3 are really in that 3 to 4 cent range. Nothing really special about them yet, or at all. As the years goes on, I do believe the older coins will become older, obviously, and they will become more special. So then we have the 1920. This one's probably, you get 10 cents for that, and the 1910 probably about 50 cents to $1 for that, just because the sheer oldness. Neither of these are quality coins. Quality coins they keep in albums and stuff. But this has basically been it for the wheat cent. But then it can get up to, like I said, in the 1909 SVDB, it can get up to thousands of dollars. The 1955 DDO, I'll show a picture of it right here, actually is really, it's really clearly doubled, and I don't know how anybody could miss that, but it is very clearly doubled. It might be able to be missed if it was in ratty condition. But basically that's it for the wheat cent. Thank you guys for watching this video. A little bit of a longer one. My videos are not usually this long in this series, but I liked talking about this one because I like talking about the wheat cent, and I'm pretty knowledgeable about it. So as always, good luck and happy collecting.